What's up, everybody? iRisk PvP back here with yet another build video. So I'm gonna do the risky 2x1, a widely requested, and I may have promised it like, you know, a week back, but it's here now. All right, so we're gonna start with the 2x1. All right, let's get a TC. All right, let's build out the base. We're actually going to do a 2x1 plus the airlock plus another triangle right here. And then as you can see, this is, you know, the footprint. We're just going to keep you up to date with that. Come this way. Drop this in a nice spot. Hopefully where it's perfectly placed. Perfectly. Looks pretty good. All right. Now we're gonna build this out. And then one more right here. One more door. Way of the door. All right. Now as you can see, this is the footprint. One more time. We're just getting a 2x1, and then we're adding 5 triangles to the front, and then we're splitting it up like this. The reason for this is that this is going to be an airlock once we add a sheet metal door here, and then this will also be an airlock here if you want it to be. You could make it go either way, but I'd recommend it being an airlock. I'll show you that by adding the doors now. But first, just spruce them up a little bit, you know. Bing, bang, boom. All right, so it's a little something like this. This is the this is gonna be the basically this entire section is actually the core of the base. It's a pretty big core, but it's only considered the core because we add a bunker after. I always add a shelf here as well. You can do whatever you want with the hello, there you go. You can do whatever you want with the space that is here. I usually put the furnaces here as well, something like this, and then I add a triangle here, here. And then what I do is just following along, just making sure. I know some of you guys are pretty bad at building, so we'll do this. All right, so this is the front door. It goes out like this, and here we are. And then usually what I'll do is well, I pretty much always do this. Is I make this high wall. I do like a half wall, and then I add a triangle here. And then this is a high quality triangle. And the reason for that is that this is what allows us to place our bunker. And if this were to break, we could not place our bunker at all. And also, I usually tend to put something, literally it can be a furnace that you put here. It can be any type of electrical component, just anything that'll stop anybody from placing a floor here. You want to prevent somebody from placing a floor here. And the only reason for that is the way that this bunker works. To actually get it in bunker shape, we have to fill in these slots for it to actually apply properly. The way that this bunker works is that this piece, right, is attached to this piece, right? And that's what allows it to stay there. Well, I mean, it actually technically would stay there regardless if you were to place like a half wall or something, but regardless, the way that this is connected is through this, right? And then this roof, right, is connected to this triangle. Now if there's a triangle inside of here, the roof also connects to here, so it have a connection point inside here and inside here. So if someone were to do something like this, right, because you can place stuff through walls. Well, actually what somebody would do is like this. Watch. It would go off the triangle that you already have placed, then they would add another triangle right here, right? And then they would add the triangle through the wall right here. Let me show you how somebody would do it. And now, instead of this roof breaking when this breaks, right? It breaks and it's still attached to this, right? But if this wasn't there, it would have broken, right? So as you can see, it's very important that you put something at the halfway height to prevent somebody from placing a triangle. You can't let it happen, all right? It's very bad news bears. And then from here, honestly, this is kind of like the footprint that I want to leave you guys with, because you could do so many different things. You could literally immediately drop down. Then this could be like a super small base, right? But it's just an idea. This is not a good idea, but you know, I haven't thought all this through. But it's like you didn't have a lot of resources, so you didn't think you were gonna play on the server very long, or it was just like you wanted to just have a strong starter before you built like a giant main base or something. You could do something like this, right? And that could be your entrance. Then you could do like whatever, you know, whatever. You know, it's just all ideas, because I don't want to give my exact way that I do it, because I haven't actually like gone through and built out my entire base and looked at like the efficiency rates and stuff. I know it's like more than 30 rockets, like 31 if they know exactly where TC is, and then like 35 if they don't. And I could make it more if I just quad layered it. I just don't usually tend to do that, because if someone's gonna pummel rocket your base because they're part of a bigger group, they're gonna pummel rocket your base. Very seldom do you get pummel rocketed by like a duo or something, right? But what I'm gonna do now is like fill this base out, show you guys kind of like what I do with what we have already, right? And then I'm actually gonna upgrade first to show you guys like kind of where I think is a really good middle ground point of the base design. We're actually gonna do high qual roofs for these ones. This one. No, I think that's fine, because we're gonna add a thing here. Yeah. See, like I haven't even like gone through and actually done all of the math. I just know like what I do with all of my base designs, which I think is kind of, it's not, I wouldn't call it sad, but it's a little rough or frustrating, because all I'm doing with most of my base designs is taking like a fundamental and then applying it over and over, right? Just on repeat, taking a fundamental thing that you can do with Rust that's like a very known building thing, like a very known building strat, and then I'm continuously doing that over and over. Like the only special part about this base is the bunker, right? And which I think at this point, because of how much I've used it, and in my videos, iRisk Extra, you know, my main channel even, I use this base design on the video that I'm working on now. Actually gonna do, I think this means you literally do not need to do any upgrading at all besides this, and then you just add the layer of honeycomb on the outside. So this will be like the base design portion that I show. If you really are interested in the way that I do it, I guess you could go to my channel and watch me live, and then you can, you know, follow it verbatim. But you know, I really wish people would get creative, because you'll more than likely, if you spend enough time on it, find something that's as good, if not better, than my design. And just having this, I think, is enough to where if you're just somebody that usually builds 2x1s, this will be extremely helpful for you in the long term. So like now, right here, with just what we have right here, nothing else. And I honestly am just gonna upgrade this. I don't think you should upgrade this. Technically, you don't need to upgrade these either, because you had windows here later. But I'm gonna fill out the base and add these after. But like this is probably about as good of a base design as you'll need. And then obviously the core should be metal too. But once you do this metal core, right, this portion, because you want to flip these, right? Otherwise they can get we'll just add metal here as well. Otherwise they can get like soft-sided, right? Soft side here. I won't be able to access this later, so I'm gonna at least upgrade it to metal. Okay. All right, so like right here at this point in time, besides like maybe, you know, like the roofs, and we could also do these. And you know, might as well, let's just do that, just so we literally have it to like a point where I don't think anybody's gonna argue it's a weak base design, because I hate when people like they try to say something like is bad about a base design, or it's weak, or something else along those lines, when in actuality they just didn't think to upgrade like 1 or 2 walls, and they want me to do it for them. And it's just like, dude, it's not that deep, bro. This is like a good look. Sorry, I had to change the time. This is a good look for the core of the base. I think this is like what, 16 rockets no matter what. So it'd be like without any keep in mind this is without any BPs, right? Or actually, with the windows, you do need BPs. With the furnaces, at least, you need BPs. Because this one, you don't. Because once you do this, right? I'm gonna break this, but once you do this, right, you're good to go. You know, you're fine, because when they do this, you know, you could do something like this, right? With after you place your 3 furnaces there. But the problem with this is that they can just rocket through, right? And if they just keep blasting here enough, eventually the TC will break. So I don't think that really helps too much. It definitely doesn't let them get to the loot, and they definitely have to have enough to actually blow through here as well. I never mentioned the way to fix this just because I wasn't really thinking about it. There's the cheapest and best way to fix this is to literally just add honeycombing on the outside of where the furnaces are. That immediately solves your problem. Like if you had stone honeycombing, it's 4, then 8, then 2 single sheet metal doors. So that's 14. And then they use X-Blow. Or if you actually upgrade it to metal, it's immediately 16 off the rip, and then they still have to go through 2 doors. The thing is that I want to stress, I'm going to stress this now, and I think I stress it again later. If you have extra resources in your base and you have like multiple days of upkeep or multiple boxes of resources that aren't going to immediately be put into explosives or building a fob in a raid situation, or just literally anything, the last thing you should be doing is sitting on a base design that's literally this base design is built to be expanded. The entire purpose of it is that it has a very small footprint. It has a lot of storage in the core. So what you're going to want to do is expand it as much as you can using those fundamentals that I talked about earlier, just like honeycombing and making sure to put your bunker up before you go to bed, and that you have like a pancake layer, or if not a pancake layer, multiple layers that are above your core that act as insulation. Like, these are very obvious things to me because I've been playing the game for so long, but just always be thinking about your base design and the resources that you have, and then maybe you won't get bored. You'll go get like 3k stone or 4k stone or cook some metal instead of just running around aimlessly. But moving along. But they also are splashing the back of this when they blow this door, and even if so, if you made this like a stronger door, like an armored door, it wouldn't be that great. Or maybe even if you went as far as to like make this garage doors, it would still, you know, wouldn't be the best. Actually, I'm gonna break this and do that after. But like, yeah, I don't know. I like to just do windows here. It's simple, it's easy, you know. And that's just kind of that. So like at this point, including the bunker, right? We'll do this too. So like I said, I just want to get to a point where it's not like arguable. It's not arguable if it's a good base design or not, because that shit pisses me off. Cause like I you know, this is way better than just the 2x2 with 3 triangles on each side, where the honeycomb is also the way into the base. It's way better than that, right? So it's 16 rockets, right? If you want to go through doors, including this bunker, it's 1 rocket, 1 X-Blow. I'll even go as far as to place the door. Okay, I'll go that far. Okay, so 1 sheet metal door. Then we come into here, right? It's 8 rockets, so that's 9 rockets, 10 rockets, 11 rockets, 12 rockets, and then here we would add like another sheet metal door, garage door here as well. And that's not including if you get armored doors, and that's not including you expanding it at all. Like the bare minimum. Like, okay, now look. Or if you have garage door, right? Like even at this point, right? Okay, back. Even right here, if you just added a garage door here, or a single door, or like even a sheet metal door, that's a whole nother like rocket, and that's not including the X-Blow either for the thing. So it'd actually be rocket, X-Blow, rocket, X-Blow, 8 rockets, rocket, X-Blow, rocket, X-Blow. Well, actually, technically, this gets broken. If they do it, they probably wouldn't do it right. They'd probably like miss, and this would still be fine-ish. They'd probably just be slamming right here, and I don't think that'll fully splash that, right? And also, this is including, or you can even high. Well, you're supposed to high qual this later, because once this is all high qual, then you can high qual this, right? And the reason you need to have this high qual is because if it's sheet metal and they focus the boom there, that would pop, right? Then we come through here. You know, you see. It's just like this is also without pancaking it, without expanding, or like this is a very good core of a very expandable base design. All right, is it meant for a giant group? No. Why would I build a base for a giant group when I play solo duo trio? You know, why would I do that? Right? I can even take it. You can even make it better just by, if for like a bigger group, if you wanted to rock like 4 in this, make these garage doors, okay? And you can make this a window, and you can make it so you automatically, when you crouch, you escalate to the point of the window. So you would add like a bag, a campfire, a box, and then you'd crouch up, and then you'd be at the height of the window, and then you just go through the window. But you can make this a window frame or a door frame. They both work, right? It's a very, very, very solid 2x1 to start. It doesn't cost a lot because you can build a regular 2x1 and just expand off of it, and it can still be like in your core. Let me, you know what? I'm gonna go and place all the boxes just to show you. I'm also gonna make the shelf as well. But if you ever have to do this later, you can. It's just, even if after you place your first layer of honeycomb. There you go. Very easy. Just a heads up before I place any of these boxes. No, you cannot get this box skin anymore. It's a charitable skin. 2018. You can't get those skins anymore unless you buy a Steam account, which I'm pretty sure it's technically illegal or something like that. All right. We're gonna go like this. Bing. And bang. Boom. Back. Oh yeah, I'm actually gonna place this now because this is like the good. This can't be stone, unfortunately. You cannot fit these boxes with this placement with stone. It's just how it is. I don't even know if I'll be able to fit this metal. Let's see. Oh, I had it, I think. Yeah. In all honesty, we should probably place the door first. If it's on a garage door, I don't think I'd ever bother placing like a sheet metal door here unless I was getting raided and I needed to put something there. I'm also gonna wait. I'm gonna see. I think I placed this one incorrectly. You can usually line these boxes up nice and easy if you just look at the grain of the metal. So if the metal on the left grain is very similar to the right metal on the right, it usually means it's straight. And we come push up. That looks like it's a little bit off. So I can see one tick mark right there. I can't see that over here, so let's do it again. No, it doesn't reach it, so we can't really use that as a reference point. We just have to get good, really. Okay, that looks really good. Okay, so now, okay, that looks really clean. That's pretty good. I don't think we snuck it in. I think you can, but that's close enough. This one we have to sneak in, unfortunately. But it's a lot easier because I think this one might have like some yeah, this one like doesn't go all the way back, as you can see, because of you're placing it on a triangle right here. There's like the gap, so you can't really, doesn't have solid ground to sit on. I like to have lockers here, or a locker here, and that's because the size of it works out really well. I like to put it as tight to the left as possible. There we go. That was the... Whoo! Damn! Alright. And then we'll make it a little bit more fun and use a tier 2 instead of a tier 3. You can fit a tier 3 in here, obviously. Even with this locker here. I think you have to place the tier 3 first. Don't want this to clip in as much as that, even though it's really cool for placement, because it glitches this door out, where sometimes you can't place this door because it's like glitched into there. So then I do... Now let's get the 3 furnaces, but we have to break this. One right there. And then with these furnaces, there's a technique. A lot of people don't know that you can do this in one triangle. You do one as far back as possible, just shifting left and right until it adjusts properly. I think you can even do it this way. You just have to really... I think you have to spend more time on it that way. See how it like... First it doesn't lock in, and then you wiggle it around a little bit, and then it does. So it doesn't lock in right away. And then, yeah, there we go. So, and then you can make them all face. It looks really good. Do something like that, you know? And then we got 3 furnaces, a locker, which, by the way, lockers actually have more storage when you include the clothing slots than a box does. 6 by 5, or 6 by 6. No, 6 by 5, yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 6 by... So there's 30 items here. And then you go 7, 14, 21, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that's 21 plus 6 times 3 is 18. That's 35 slots. I think. So there's a 33. 14, 21, 18. 18 plus 21. Is that 39? Wait, 1, 2, 18 plus 21. Okay, 39 slots. All right, I'm a streamer. All right, okay. I don't want to talk about it. All right, shut up. Okay. I'm sorry. Slot that bitch in. Slot this bitch in. And then what I actually usually do with this. All right, back through here. Like, wait, I didn't grab. Oh, there's stone in it, isn't there? I knew that. Alright, bing, bing, bing. Actually, I like to do it this way now because it's close to the door. I've recently changed my mind on what I like here. And then one side of the repair bench always fits in better than the other. Watch. So that, okay, so this one doesn't do it, I don't think. And then, no, it's this one. This one does do it. Like, it clips in more, like a lot more. Whereas the other one doesn't at all. We can just put boxes here as well. So you have a decent amount of storage in here. It's not insane. It's not like, I don't like the people that are like, I want to be able to store like every single fucking bit of loot I could possibly get in the entirety of 3 months playing on the server straight. It's like, okay, dude, this is fine, I think. Okay, so you like that. Oof, oof, oof. My fucking soul. I'm replacing this. There we go. Saved. Alright, just place that better. Alright. Place it better than I did the first time, okay? I'll upgrade these. Alright. And now, look at us now. Alright? Just look at us now. And I know technically the roof is stronger than the walls, right? But the idea... Well, actually, no, never mind. They're equal. Well, the walls are slightly stronger because I forgot that I thought I made these stone, but these are metal. Yeah, so this is like a little bit of a something, you know what I'm saying? I think this is good, and this is not including if you got armored door. Like, this is before you upgrade it all. This is like if you have a fuckload of extra resources and this is your base, you are a dumb fuck. Okay, you don't deserve to keep your base. It should get rated, and I hope you get rated. Okay, because I have a lot of people build a base. They build a design, they're like, okay, now I don't have to innovate or think about anything else because this is why I'm only leaving this much. All right, because this is the core. This is what 90% of it is. If you really want to be a little fanboy, okay, I'm calling you out right now. All right, you're getting called on the out. All right, if you want to fanboy on me or fangirl on me, you got to watch my stream and you got to spend hours going through it all. This is the base build that I want to show you guys. And a lot of people also complain. A lot of whiners out there. Well, how do I get up? This is something that I just built. Look, I just got up. And then also, for this, you can either use... Here, let's break this. Okay. MP5. Sure. Watch my beam. Holy shit. I'll do something like this. Look at that. You can do a hobo barrel if you're one of the Twitch droppers. If you're not a Twitch dropper, honestly, it kind of becomes more difficult for you. You can use a furnace here. I'm not stuck. It's just gonna take me a second. There we go. You can do a furnace here instead and just pick it up before you place the bunker. You can do... Usually I put a ladder here, but ladders are a BP, so I'm trying to like... Let's do some thinking. Or maybe a barbecue works. It's got that weird hidden thing to it. It's actually slightly taller. Oh, barbecue works. It's kind of annoying. Actually, wait, that might be kind of insane. Watch. It like kicks you up. And a lot of people struggle. And this thing, look how tall this thing is when you get on the peak of it. It's like the back side of it. Look at that. It's like way easier. So yeah, you can use a barbecue as well. It just kind of kicks you up. You just have to hold crouch for a little bit longer. That's very consistent jump, actually. That's more consistent than using the hobo barrel. Because the hobo barrel has like a lip on the edge. Use that. You could use like some combination of like electrical shit, I think, probably. So you could use fire. And add the wood purifier. This one's kind of hard, but I think you can. Oh wait, if I jump up. Oh yeah, you can do it. You can do it off a wood purifier. Mailbox. Mailbox is really easy. Wait, can you do it with... Wait, whoa. Can you... Oh. Oh, could you use the Streamlabs chair? Oh, the Streamlabs chair is actually... Oh, damn. That's the ultimate pay to win. This thing's expensive. Imagine if we could actually line it up. Nah, it doesn't work. Rip. That would be cool, though. If you're really desperate, you could jump and place a triangle on the wall. That works, too. You just have to spam. You can see on the left how much I'm spamming. But you can do a lot of things, all right? There's a lot of ways out, all right? And there's a lot of ways in, too. It's actually easier to find ways in than ways out, so... do a little experimenting, build your own base design. I'm giving you a very, very solid starting structure that's not just a 2x1 or a 2x2 where people can just raid through your honeycomb and go straight into your like front door. Okay, good luck, have fun. We've been doing really well on the channel recently, or sorry, not the channel. Well, on my stream, it's been going really well. I'm working really hard on getting iRisk Extra more content, and I'm also, you know, doing the base builds that I promised, doing giveaways on the main channel or on Twitch streams and stuff like that. So, if you guys want to check me out, twitch.tv/iriskpvp. Got a merch store, I've got a TikTok, I've got an Instagram, I've got all that stuff. You guys can check it out at iRiskPVP or at iRiskOfficial, depending on which one it is. Well, with that, I hope you guys enjoyed the build video. Peace. I do not have God mode on.